Alright, I've been thinking of some old projects and just rethinking those projects because they're projects I really kind of don't want to finish. I still want to use this cover, but I don't think I want to do it as an altered book. And I'm telling you, I started this in like 2021 when I had COVID at the beginning of the year. So I know it's been a while since I've worked on it. Good 2+ years. And I thought, well, some of the pages I could probably, rethink how to use them. So I'm just going to cut them out. I'm going to actually cut out the whole, because as pretty as it is, I don't know if I love, because of this, I don't know if I like altered books. I think I prefer doing it not altered. Does that make sense? So let me go ahead and take this out of here, and I'm still going to use this cover for something. I'm being gentle not to go too far in because I don't want to, I'm just being like super, I'd rather do a few times lightly and keep my spine intact than one time and then, one time pushing it and then lose my, cut my spine or something. Let's see. The other side's a lot easier. It's the first side that is usually the hardest. Just kind of, don't worry, my finger's not where the blade is. I'm just trying to, there we go. So, got that piece off. Now, I'm going to take this piece off, which I want to preserve the cover. I really like the cover. I don't want to rip the cover. And I'm also trying to see where I can lightly get here without cutting into the cover, hopefully. That's the hope. Once you start, you usually just go straight down. But I'm not seeing, usually I'll be able to see a little bit. There we go. Alright. I just want to be able to separate it enough so that when I do go down, I'm only getting the, and if it goes smoothly, that's a good sign, I hope. No cuts. Yay! Alright, because I really like navy blue and that green together, so I will be using this cover. But, and these pages could end up in it. They're just going to be reimagined. So, this one could definitely just be a flip out in another book, or I could be a journal card. I could cut it down to be a journal card. Pretty much any of these. I think these I can just kind of, no, I might not be able to. Alright, we're going to use this metal side so that we don't cut our, use that metal side. I'm like, okay, but I'm right-handed. I don't need to twist my arm around. I just need to, because I don't want to cut the plastic, is what I was trying to say before. Finish a thought, Darcy. Finish a thought. Okay, so that should get that one. Maybe the next one, too. Oh. This page, oh yeah, that page, that's why, because they're all attached to the other pages, but that's alright. I can, nice thing about the book this book being smaller than a book I would normally make, is I could put this in another journal, and, just sew these sides down. I could make it a flip out, or whatever. I think, just want to clean this up a little bit. So, yeah, we'll rethink it. I could even take this piece off totally and make it like a pocket or whatever. I could just say rethink a few more times. So this I can definitely just kind of cut down to a journal card, I think. Same with that one. This one's got a pocket on both sides. And apparently, no matter how I do it, doesn't really matter because I still have to fix it. So, I'm just going to tear them out. Most of these papers are Antique Papery, who was French Lemon Studios, and I think is now Antique Papery again. Although occasionally, that one I think is my porch prints. Right? Yeah. And that one, I forget what her name is. But yeah, I'm just grabbing out these papers that are all not falling out when I... So now I just have a lot of pages, which I could use for bases. Or just glue pages. Let's get this one out. So, you know, if you start a project and you just have no desire to finish it, that's okay. You have permission to tear it apart or throw it away. Do whatever it is you need to do to move on with life. Alright, I think this one, same deal, except am I going to save the cover? I mean, I thought that was a fun cover. If I do save this cover, it'll be to paint it. I haven't painted a cover in a while. So, but I have a lot of covers. I don't know. This was just a Dollar Tree. Either a Dollar Tree book or a book I got out of the free bin, which is not there anymore. I think it was Dollar Tree. Anyway, I don't need to save that. So, I'm just going to take the pages of this as well, because I have no desire to finish this one either. I don't do, like, I find that theme journals or even color theme journals are just not my thing. Or like using scrapbook paper for the same journal. It's not eclectic enough for me. And so, you know, these were done maybe about a year and a half into my journey. And they're definitely not my style for a complete journal. I don't mind using them on pages here and there. But they're just going to sit and nothing's going to happen to them if I leave them on the shelf. So, that's my hair was darker then, apparently. So, I hope you guys are hearing me all right. The AC's on. I'm trying a new microphone, which seems to be louder than the old one. Although, I don't know how I like it. You guys will have to say if it's better, worse, same. Don't know. I would have loved to have gotten a Yeti microphone, which is what my son has, but they only work with PCs. So that's not super helpful because I don't use a PC. I use my phone. If I were to use my PC, then I could try it actually. See if his Yeti is any better than my Zeal sound. In case you're wondering what I got. Now a lot of you will recognize this. See, look at this. Even this is all like, I don't know. So you could tell I didn't know what I was doing. These I could just use as blue, red, yellow. I had ideas apparently. Yeah, I just use these as glue pages. Let's just go ahead and tear the book block right out. I mean, I might not use the cover, but maybe if I paint the cover, someone will want to buy the cover. I don't know. Or maybe I'll be inspired to do something with it after I paint it. I don't know. When I make bigger journals, people don't usually seem... I don't know. I've had journals just languish in my Etsy store, so I just kind of don't get excited about selling journals anymore. I'm just... Plus, I've got some I need to make. For, I promised my sister-in-law one. Because all my other sister-in-laws have something. Sisters-in-law have something. Either that I made special for them, or my other sister-in-law got one in our Yankee... Well, I call it Yankee Swap. But our gift swap thing that we do that you never know what you're going to get at Christmas. So she was happy with that one. That's some weird stuff. Don't think that's something there's nothing special about that. These are called headbands, in case you're wondering. But it's just a little piece of... I mean, it might be cute as a tab on a page. Alright, fine. But that's all sticky and weird. It's kind of big. I like smaller books. Yep, I'm not saving that. I can't save everything. This I will put in my glue. Let's take off these bits. It's bulky with this. It's going to go with my basket of glue pages is where this is going to go. Oh, there's the top headband. It's just that it's finished and I'll make a nice tab somewhere. My goodness, now I got little paper crumbs all over. There's always crumbs here. It's always so much crumbs. And also I have my microphone on my desk now, so hopefully all this ripping has not like been like super loud in the microphone. I don't know. That's why I don't have the microphone here, because otherwise it would just pick up all of that. All right, hold on. I'm going to try moving it closer to my face so that the paper ripping is behind it. And let's hope, I'll turn it just a little bit. Okay, check to make sure the blue light's on and not the red light, because it is easy to accidentally put it on mute. I did that earlier when I was testing it and I was like, what happened? And I looked back at the video and I was like, oh, I put it on mute. See, this headband is yellow. What will I use yellow for? I don't know. It's got some paper on it still. See, that one's not. I like the ones that have, let's see, is there one on one of these? Oh, that have like this on the top. The little, those are fun. This one actually has a little string and everything. These all go in this little bag here. Well, some of the headbands end up somewhere else, but I tried to put them all together. So like there's a headband that has a little yellow and blue. So the spines and headbands and any extra little golden book bits, you know, which is part of their spine, go in here. And that goes on my with my layering bits and whatnot. I know I don't need to be doing this right now, do I? I could pause. But you don't find it fun to just hear me struggle? Alright, this can also become glue book, glue pages, or I can collage on them. I got a bunch of papers here now to collage with. I didn't know what to do. And that makes some nice backing paper already. But I found I'm not a fan of altered books. I mean, I like the idea of them, that you just glue stuff down and whatnot. And maybe I might consider doing one for like a glue book. Oh yeah, I had an idea. Somebody said, yeah, I remember. Alright, should I squirrel or should I just keep working on this? Just keep working on this, lady. Alright, that can go in the basket. Okay, so we're rethinking these. Okay, this right here, I'm rethinking using it at all just because it's so bumpy. Like, can you see how if it was the glue or just, I don't know. Now, the bottom part might be okay. Maybe. Maybe not. Let's see. That could be a pocket somewhere, maybe, but it's still, well, also it would need to be, that's 5 1/4. Yeah, it's all coming off anyway. It's not even, did it even get glued on there? So it's just kind of wrinkled. And yeah, I've already spent way too much time on that piece of paper. Okay. These, I'm not going to be bothered with that one. Alright, this one. Alright, this is not terrible. Oh, what was it? It's a pocket that could potentially get put in another journal, which are usually, what, 8.5 by 5.5 pages. So that's about 5 1/4. And that is about 9 inches. So let me just go ahead and take off the edges, I think is, and then it may end up that I looked at the wrong line. Well, it's definitely narrow enough now to fit anywhere I put it. Oh my word. I do that sometimes. I look at the wrong line. Alright. Don't know why. So now, how are we doing? What is this? Is it still a pocket? Hey, it's still glued down on the top and bottom. So this can definitely end up being, it could be a double pocket even. Or I could even just do this and use them as two different pockets. They're already backed, ready to go somewhere. I just need to find a journal. Okay, this one, I had this little punch. I don't have this punch anymore. Lisa, you might have this punch. I don't remember if I sent it to you or not, because it's hard to punch with. Anyway, I'm going to, I should have left that. Oh, I did. Okay. What I might do with this one, just leave it like this, and then it can become, well, actually, I'm going to go ahead and cut this. And then I can add something to make it a flip out somewhere. Because you kind of want to see both sides of that, right? Maybe? I don't know. Making trash. Making trash. That is not doing... Okay, where's my... This can be where my little trash bits go, because I'm getting tired of reaching over. This is another pocket. Let's go ahead and trim it off. See? I'm more likely to throw it over here. Okay, and it's going to be too tall for most journals, but not all journals. The one I made last week was fairly tall. That one was put on there pretty crooked, wasn't it? Okay, and then this can just, I mean, really, essentially, that could be a pocket somewhere, or I could just use it as backing for another collage piece or something. So, and then this one could save it for a large. See, it's got pocket here and a pocket there. So, and it's a little bit tall for most journals. Kind of want a little bit of white still showing there, though. Or pink or whatever it is. But that's not going to happen up here, so there's not really much point to it. Trim it. Oh my goodness. So, probably won't make an oh no, I might make an altered book, but I'm going to do it different. I think is what I'm thinking. Who was I watching? Oh, I think it was Nicole in Nicole something Relax Cut Glue, and she doesn't glue the whole page together. She just washi taped one side. I can't remember if she glued the top and bottom or not. And this is an over the thing tag kind of a deal, and this could just be backing for some collage. And then it can go in a finished box somewhere once it's, you know, finished. I know, just meat cutting stuff is not what you came for, is it? I mean, it also could be a page in a book, but I still would want, well, actually, it's plain on that side, but it's a little, something got on there. Ugh, ew, ew, ew. That, I can use that for backing, I guess. See, sometimes it's not glue. See, this is why I don't trust glue sticks. Because that just peeled off really easily. But now there's like a double pocket I can use somewhere. Alright, here's the smaller book ones. I was thinking these could be tags or journal cards. And look, I did all that inking, and I'm going to like, I don't usually need journal cards that big. And if I do, I don't really want that bit to be doing that. flipping around, flipping and flapping. But if we use the same ruler, maybe we can almost even line up the, I don't think that's exact. Nope. Doesn't want to do it for me. Does not want to just rip. It's alright. We'll just rip it and see how that goes. Otherwise, because it's not going to be even on both sides either. So yeah, probably cut these down to journal cards. This, it's just almost easier just to do this. Although those are nice together, aren't they? That's alright. They still might end up, see, I got pockets I can use somewhere. See, I wasn't even that far into these as I thought I was anyway. And this one, just cut that down to a pocket. And I can glue this down and just glue that onto a page, I think, is what I can do. We're not bothered about that being covered up. That's not that big a deal. I mean, it's a printable. I can print more. So let me cut these down and then we'll make some tags. Okay, I thought I would just go ahead and get some journal pages and just add some stuff, so some journal pages that can then go in journals. Alright, this one was like a 4-pocket little thingamabob. I guess it goes this way. Now, I could do the whole thing on one page, or I could split it up and do like kind of a double pocket on a couple pages. This is how it was in the book for the most part. And then I could make this a top pocket too. Glue this down here. Might do that. That might be interesting. It'll be pretty too. Okay. Let's go ahead and start with gluing here and here. And there. Yep, cut that alright. Okay. And down here, maybe try to keep it straight, might be nice. And then across here. Got a little out of there, out of the area there for a second, and down here. So now that that is glued, let it dry for a second, and then I might go ahead and do a little inking on the top and bottom. And yes, we still have all these scraps that were in there, and all my little cutoffs that I probably won't do anything with. They'll just. Now, I'm wondering, well, that could have been a journal card on the back, but that's alright. And I definitely did not get this back piece on here straight. I could trim it up, or I could just go ahead and make it straight. Which I think I'll just make it straight. There. Good. Okay. And then I was thinking of taking, oh yeah, I've got to ink that edge, don't I? This should already stay. I was thinking of rounding the edges is what I'm trying to say. My word, get in there. Rounding. I'll just do the quarter. The smaller one. And then I'm not going to put a thing up here because that would mess up, oh my word. That would mess up the side pockets. So it could even be a place where you kind of hide something. Now, we've got a little bit of blue here. So what I might even want to do, I need to label these. Take a little bit of this Seafarer Do I want sapphire? Is that right? Is that the color I want? Let's see. Pretty close. Alright. Blue and stencil. What do I have here? I had some roses. I haven't done anything with the roses yet. Let's do something. Oh, the roses or even this. I think the roses. Some blue roses. I like some blue roses. Do you like some blue roses? Let's see. I'm gonna hold this back this way so that I can see where my end is here. I kind of want to come up a little bit, maybe? I don't know. I just want a hint of roses. And then, oh, this is like the little, whatever, anyway. Just gonna do them how I want them. Because that's what Carrie would want. These are sold by Pam Artist Studio. And they are designed by Carrie the Crafter. In case you're wondering. And that's what they look like if you wanted to kind of edge a page with them. I think they look pretty pretty. Now, does this work? Oh, nicely. Alright, so I'm just going to down the side, across the bottom. We're going to have a nice deep pocket. Now, I'm seeing a potential problem where all these are like this. It may catch. So, let me get a piece of washi. It doesn't matter what the washi looks like because it's not going to show. If it doesn't stay down, well, that'll just be a problem somebody will have to deal with. Oh, don't tell me it's not going to stay down. It'll make it so we can't go all the way back in some of those pockets, but that's alright. We'll make it work at the time. Alright. There we go. See, I'm always like way at the top with my camera and then way down here. But it never feels like that at the time. Alright, journal page. Ready to go in a journal somewhere. Sometime. Alright. Do another one. So that is nice and dark. Now we'll have to make some journals, won't I? Well, unless you guys want to buy some journal pages. Don't know that you would. Alright, these can be journal cards. I was thinking more of this kind of a deal. With the pocket, which I probably, again, yeah, maybe on the dark it shows up a little bit more. Alright, let me go ahead and glue this piece over here. And this piece here. So these are side pockets. This is a side pocket this way. But I might make this one a side pocket going this way. Just because it'll be easier to get in and out from that side, basically. And because there's a nice contrast here between the paper and the digitals, I don't really feel the need so much to, you know, to do anything around the edge. Although I wish it was a little bit straighter than that, but I don't know. Something there was not quite as straight, but that's okay. See, these could even go in the same journal because there's a little bit of blue in those roses. Alright, what's next? So this could be a nice journal card, especially if we put the cover on the glue. And we need something large to go on here. Let me go look at my birds. Time goes fast. Okay. I found these in the flowers, which are they're similar to the pink flower that's trying to come up down here. So I thought that might be cool to put at the top. So I'm going to go, I mean, because that's the only place it will fit. I mean, I could do it at the bottom, but then it covers the whole clock. Where up here, it really could use something. So, go ahead and get that down so I don't have to fuss with it. How was it? Like this, pretty much. I'm going to cut off any excess. There you go. That should work. Okay. And then I've picked out some birds. A few different ones, whether I'm going to see, he would be too small. He is a decent size, but you kind of lose him. He's right size, but also, you know, either you lose him or he's just not, he's a little too yellow for that. So I think of what's in my stash, even though I lose quite a bit of the clock, you do still see a bit of the clock. But these green leaves are in here, and I just kind of think this might be my best option for what I've got in my box, basically. Alright, let me trim off this back and ink, because that will help. And those flowers, you know, now we have our triangle kind of sort of with some pink. We can add a little bit of this orange, which is, this pink has like a slight bit of orange in there. I mean, we don't have to be perfect about it. You can just slap stuff down if that's what makes you happy. If it looks good to you, do it. It's pleasing to the eye is what we're looking for. You want something that is pleasing to your eye because you're the one making it. And I want it to be pleasing to my eye if I'm the one making it. And I don't think I want to add any other layering bits or anything. I think I just am happy with it like this. Sometimes that's all you need, just a little focal point. Especially, you know, if there's already kind of a lot going on. Just gonna, I don't like to put things right in the middle. And just kind of hoping he looks good. Then I think I will do the 1/2 inch, which mine is a little messed up. Whoops. So sometimes I kind of do it from both sides. If it doesn't quite, it's not doing it too bad right now. Let's see if I get it in there nice and, see, I get a little bit of a weird thing happening. Get it in there straight, okay. Where, I don't know if you can see it, can't see it on that side. Kind of stopped right there, so I just turn it over and do it again on the other side, and that usually smooths out. Well, it didn't that time. So it might just be that my paper was uneven, but that's alright. There we go, journal card. That'll be good for behind a, what's the word? Behind a what? Belly band. That's the word. That'll be good behind a belly band. I don't think that it'll fit in, or, let's see, it might fit in this pocket here. Yep, or could potentially fit in there even. But then you just get their butts, so there works. There's actually a good place. It looks really nice sticking out. It's got similar colors. Who knows, maybe we'll make a whole new journal out of these two that we ripped apart. Wouldn't that be interesting? Alright, putting these away, because if I don't do it now, I'm going to end up with more of a mess on my desk, and then I'm not going to, I mean, I want to keep, I don't want to not want to play just because See, you know, this is already pretty as it is. And you can write on the back. It's got purple. See, very eclectic. A little bit of purple there too. All right. What was I just saying? I don't know. I was thinking of making, I don't know what I was saying, but I was thinking that might be fun to, you know, take all these pages, put them together and put them in a journal, a new journal together. But I also don't want to tie myself down to that. Might be what I was saying. Now, this is paper somebody else designed. And what do I want to do if I want to make it my own, kind of, sort of? You know, like this page, this side will be the side to write on. It's got some good writing space at the bottom there. But what can I do to change up the front just a little bit? I mean, still won't make it mine if it's somebody else's stencil, but, you know. I might want to... He's probably not even in there. Let's see. I don't think I put them back in there. Oh, they're in this pile over here. My word. See, still got piles. They're multiplying. I'm looking for my swirl. I think the swirl one. Let's pull out all the ones in here. Let's pull those out too for fun. That might work too. Alright. Where's my swirls? There they are. Oh, that's not going to work. Move the pile down there and then I'll forget where I put it. That's fine. Okay. So we could keep fancy with the swirls, or we could bring out the teal a little bit too and just kind of do some of these dots. So we do have the Seafarer, which we used earlier. I did. I mean, you were here for it, if you were here. Move. Let's not use that. Got this egg here too, but that would be kind of weird to just randomly stick an egg on there. I think. I mean, you want us to randomly stick an egg somewhere, you can. You are free to do so. A little bit. That was a little bit on the straight, so that's alright. I don't want to do too far into the, let's do smaller ones maybe. Kind of trying to see in between so that I can, and I really don't want it squared off like that. That actually is not my intention right there either. Alright, so now, you know, brought out some more of the blue. I'm not loving how these are a little down here though. Let's do that. Oh, good, we can see both. That's fan-freaking-tastic. I could put a word. Do I want to put a word? Or I could put a quote. Where might a quote fit nicely on here? Does not matter how slowly you go as long as you don't stop. You must do things you think you cannot. I could do thorough. Is he too big though? Let's break him down. I don't want that one. I want the one I had that I was already using. The blue one. Where'd the blue one go? Because I can see through it. Which is also why I can never find it. But then I can kind of like follow that line there to make sure it's mostly straight. This is why I prefer the clear one. Especially if I move the other papers out of my way. There we go. Whoops. Let's see. Whoops. I keep saying whoops. See, that might be nice right there, because see, the flower kind of fades out there anyway. Now, let me get, nope, not that one. They don't have coffee in this color, unfortunately, because I was just thinking some brown. We'll do some vintage photo, I think. This is why I have these off to the side. Go ahead and do this, maybe. And I could also do a little bit of ground espresso. And I have water. Or some people like to keep a little bit of coffee around. So I just dipped it in there. So while I've got that there, I don't want to waste it, right? So I'll just dip a cup. Apparently I'll dip that in there too, apparently a little bit. So now that one, Confucius, will already be ready to go. Set him over here to dry. I'm going to dry this one real quick, and I may re-dip it. Sorry, sometimes I go to looking for things without you. But believe me, that took like 10 minutes. It was ridiculous. Okay, so I was trying to find, I wanted kind of pink, which I could find like this pink down here, but that's the only pink like that that's on there. And I tried darkening it up a little bit to see if that works, but that didn't really work either. This one was a little too orange, but I really like the size of the number. This one, purple could work, but it's just that one little piece of purple. So I'm thinking I need to make some tickets like this in like this mauve, I guess you'd call it. So this here was the closest color. So I figured I'd just go ahead and tear off a piece of that because I just wanted a little something just to kind of edge that out right there. So, oops. And now that I'm looking at this, I'm thinking, I wonder if this should go, oh no, I don't like it there. Okay. That's going to be good enough. That's going to have to be good enough. Can you hear the tricks outside? So, let's see, a little while ago they put the big new water pipes in. And now they're connecting them to each of the houses. So the AC's on. It's hot outside anyway, but it'd be a lot louder if I had the windows open. And if you didn't see my Marguerite Miller video, where I explained why I haven't had a video for a couple days, it's not because anything was happening. It's just that I've been just so distracted by my broken tooth. And I broke my tooth the other day, and I just can't seem, I just couldn't focus the rest of the day. And then of course yesterday I got the magazines from my friend, and you know, then everything was all over because I just wanted to play in the magazines. So now that was page now in a journal. Now it's a journal card. Will it fit on one of these pages? Where'd the pages go? Right here. It's got a lot of teal in it. I mean the blue, so I could. Whoop. It does fit. And then that pretty poking out the top. Look at that. I don't know. This may end up being a thing, huh? Alright, move these out of the way. You saw me. This was Panera. Most of the Panera things I get, though, are not clean enough to do with this with, but this was. But it might be a little too white and bright. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe it'll work. Putting it to the side for now. And then these Tim Holtz ones were just kind of randomly in a pile. Well, I was starting a random pile. I was thinking of doing an eyes closed challenge, making a journal, and just kind of like pulling out like one or two fussy cut items from each pack and just pulling out some random pieces from my layering bits and tags and tickets, and just, you know, just randomly pulling stuff out, grabbing some papers and some collage bits, and just, you know, using whatever it is that I pull out. What am I looking for? That goes back up there when I'm done with it. I think I was looking for this. See, this might be a little bit more grungy, and I might want to put numbers of the brown persuasion. Don't mind me and my banging, but it kind of gives me a, here's mine. Here it is. I could use the what could I use? My brush. I do have a brush, but sometimes I just do that. You want me to do a third one? Fine. For you, Carrie, I'll do a third one, but it's going to have some even numbers on it. There we go. That better? You feel better now? The hard part is finding pictures big enough. Did not have many big birds. Let's see. Flower. It's got flowers on it, but that doesn't mean we couldn't put more flowers on it. I mean, just make it all. I don't know if I have any big enough though. I don't know. I'm just trying to see, because I might quickly move on to some animals. Miscellaneous object animals. Just like animals. See, he's too light and too short. I mean, he would be okay with a quote up here if he was a different, if he was just had different material. See, I could do this, and I could put something else over on him that would be a paper that would be more coordinating, right? Like maybe this. Might not show up good though. And that's a different flower. What else do we have here? What other scrap papers do we have over here? I don't mind covering a bunny. None of these really go with that. Let's see. Oh, I missed a thing. That's not right. That's not right. I already looked at that. That's the same thing. What else is over here? Kind of like the bunny. We could put a quote up there. See, that would have the flower, but the hat. We don't need the hat on the bunny. That would be kind of weird. Alright, also we could collage the bunny. We've got some things that could go. These bunnies are from my porch prints, I think. You know, with the, I think they might have been a freebie in her group. I'm not sure. These are just little things that I've got. No, I don't want to do that. Alright, never mind, bunny. It's not, you're not the chosen one. What else do we have in here that is large enough? I got plenty of things in here that are cute and everything, but what about being large enough? That's the hard part. Sure, another bunny, just what I need, 2 bunnies. Although he doesn't have the white edge. Let's see, there's another bunny just in case. There's a tiny frog. He's not big enough. He's not big enough. None of these are big enough. You getting my gist? Oh my goodness, he's cute. He's big enough, but he doesn't go. It's not him. He's not the one. This is why I look without you guys, because this would just about drive you crazy. Now, I could cut that out all the way, and they might be cute. And then I could put a quote up there, maybe. I'm not seeing. I need some bigger. See, we don't do a lot of big, journal cards usually. But when we do, we'd like to have something to put on there, wouldn't we? Oh my goodness. He's too big. He's the wrong direction, because we're doing a collect. Like I said, even he's too small. And he usually goes with everything, right? Excuse me. What do we have here? Too small. Little bunnies. I mean, I guess we could put more than one bunny on there. Too small. Okay, here's a bigger one. Color-wise, this color works pretty good with those leaves. And this orangey bit down here, we could put a quote up there. That one does not work. This one, no. This one, maybe, but he's a little small, but with the quote up there, he could work. How about you, Mr. Squirrel? We could put the quote down. He's a potential. Potentiality. Purple, no. Not too small. Not going for ocean right now. He blends in too much. He's kind of the wrong direction. That one, not the right color anyway. How about you? He's not terrible, but the green is just off a little bit for my eyeballs. So, and then this is what this looks like when I don't cut off part of the envelope. And it does not work on there. Too small, too small, too small. I got another big one back here. What's he doing? He just blends in too much. Although this Titus Cranberry Brothers is that's what's on her paper originally. Alright. This is why we don't get a lot done, because there's a lot of hemming and hawing. Hemming and hawing. Now, where did my other quote go that I've already inked up? Don't know what it says, but I can't even remember his name. Starts with a C. And I moved this whole pile, so it could be under this pile. You guys, where'd it go? You're not helping. You're supposed to be helping. Oh my word. Let me find it. Because that's going to help me. I'm going to come down. Alright, let's hope I stay in shot. Okay. There's a few ways I could do this. I could put him here, and I could put this up here. And they are connected by this piece here. Or if I wanted to connect them a little bit more, I could put that piece there, which connects them. And another thought I had was this frame. Do I want to, I didn't keep those words in there before the, where, you know, he kind of covers the bottom of that frame. With or without the, this. I kind of like it there. Oh. And then, oh yeah, that could kind of, okay, you never know how you're going to do it. So, I really don't have to do all this. This can be enough to connect this and this. It was Confucius, by the way. And, but I think I wanted to add a little more. So, I'm going to go ahead and put this piece here. And this piece out here, and then this can go right in the middle. What? No, I don't have the glue covering my mouth. Why would you think that? And then when I cover the bottom, that corner of that frame with him, alright, we'll take it out. It was in my mouth. Because then I remember to put it all back on. If I forget to put it back on, it's because I took it out of my mouth. Just saying. No, I don't want it that high. I want it to cover the frame, but I don't want it to... I want it to cover the frame a little bit more, a little bit less. That's too far over. I'm being way too picky at this point. Actually, that might be nice. Do a little bit more up here. I keep wanting to order pizza, and I keep changing when I'm going to order pizza. Like, I was going to do it yesterday, then I was like, oh, I'll do it today because, you know, if we might not have water part of the day. And then, you know, they didn't get to our house today. So now I'm like, well, tomorrow we might not have water. I mean, I guess some people might use this as a nice excuse to get pizza today and get Chinese tomorrow. But I don't usually like to eat outside food 2 days in a row. Like my birthday and my anniversary are 2 days apart from each other. And they were like right after tax season. And We used to eat a lot during tax season. Like, we would order out quite a bit because we'd be so busy at the end of tax season, especially. Oh, I've got papers right next to you. Sorry. Right next to you as in right next to the microphone, so that might be really loud. And so, you know, by my birthday, I'm just like, I don't want anything. I don't want to go out anywhere. There we go. He fits in there perfectly. All these big journal cards are ending up being perfect. So, what do we do today? Oh, we still need to fill these pockets. But I think that's going to have to wait because we are pretty far into this. And, oh, sorry, Mariah. Yeah, that better. And Mariah likes things straight, especially on video. So yeah, so we've got this page done. We've got some pockets to load. We did this journal card, which fits nicely in there. And then we've got this pocket, really big. Lots of things can go in this pocket. And got journal card on that side and a journal card on that side. So, still need to make sure I make tags for here and the other one. And they could go in different journals or they could go in the same journal, really. They're pretty nice. So, and like I said, this stencil here is sold by PM Artist Studio, and the designer is Carrie the Crafter. And he's got some great stencils. I also have stencils with PM Artist Studio, as do Patricia and Mariah and Brad and many other wonderful designers. So I hope you'll check them out. There's a coupon code in my description box all the time. So next time, or in an upcoming video, it might not be the next video, I will hopefully play with this stuff again. But I give you permission, if you have a project that you're not in love with anymore, that you just feel blah about, I give you permission to either rip it up and make something new out of it or throw it away. You do not have to let unfinished projects stay as a dark cloud over your head. So please remember that. There's no reason. If you think you might get to them someday, you probably won't. Seriously, if your tastes change, if you were ready to move on from that project, you're probably not going to go back to it. So I give you permission to rip it up and make something new out of it, or just boop, toss it away, or see if somebody else wants to finish it. I have a book my friend made me write. She said, just write some pages. We'll both write some pages, but I wrote pages and she didn't. But that's okay, because now she is. And she's like, when are you going to finish your book? When are you going to finish your book? And I'm like, I just can't make. She's like, how will you make yourself? How can you do it? I'm like, I can't make myself do anything. I'm a little bit of a rebel like that. So I handed it to her. So I, said to her, I didn't hand it to her. I did email it to her after I got home. But basically, I just said, you do it. And she was like, awesome idea. So she's going to finish or at least write the next part of the book. Maybe not finish it. Because I have no plan for my characters. I just sit down and start writing, and whatever comes out, comes out. And she said she's a little jealous of that, but it's frustrating because, then there's like no future plan for any of the characters. I don't know what's going to happen unless I sit and write. And you know what? I'd rather play with paper than write on a computer, truth be told. I did used to want to be a writer at one point. But this is more fun for me. I suppose I could just take 15 minutes, but it's been a year now since I started it, and I'd have to reread it several times probably to even get back into what I was writing. So let's see, these go in layering bits. Which one? I don't know. Doesn't matter. And I think I need to go make some digital tickets in all the colors so that I have some more layering bits, like little tickets and whatnot, and that are in more muted colors like I like to use. I've got the purple. I've got some, they weren't in there though, or I just need to print out some of the ones I've got. Alright, that's a separate pile. This is these go back over here. Oh my word, I'm trying to put things away. Alright, so this is kind of an ongoing, now this goes back in the project box. But now it's something I'm more interested in working in. It's not 2 finished projects over my head. It's a new project for me, and I'm actually sort of excited about it, especially if I mix in some of these Manu Design Studio pieces that I'm in love with. So, and just put more of those quotes throughout. And I can find some more, and I can, you know, this collage, I'll be doing some collage. All right, I'm done for reels now. I hope you guys have a delightful day. Love you. Oh, better put these stencils away. Whoops, sorry about that. Hit the microphone. All right, I want to keep that with that. I might keep those with that. Those are the scraps I had with it. They can all, whoops, have a place. There's a place for you. It's in here with the other ones. Okay. You guys go over here. And, oops, you guys go in here. Maybe if I don't hit the cord, it won't make all the noises. Okay, you go in here. You do. Oh, where's the swirls? I think I put the swirls there. Not that it matters. Does not matter. Oh, yeah. This one goes here because, I don't know, because it came with that one. Is that a big one? Yes. Do I have any other pockets in here? I must have somewhere in the front, which would have made more sense for these, because that's where the other X's are. Right. I think I need to put a pocket on the back here somewhere, because I figured I could just put pockets on both sides at some point when it gets full. But it seems to me I had, come on, I had enough pockets at one point. I don't think I bought anything. Haha, I knew it. I knew I had enough pockets. And there's also a little one. How did I make these? Washi tape and Tim Holtz paper. That's it. Folded up the paper, put washi tape in. I probably used glue too, but on the washi tape so it would hold. And that's it. I mean, I just made sure they were big enough. I probably made them a good, let's see, inch bigger all the way around of each of the stencil sizes, so that when the washi tape's there, it can still fit in the pocket. There's a pocket right there, like a 13. Alright, and my stencils, and then I have a little thing over here where they sit with my other Pan Artist stripper stencils. And apparently some templates that I don't know where to put them, so they just ended up over here too. Oh, with my little note from Mariah. From my friend Mariah. Alright, these need to go back in the layering bits. I feel like I ruined that one now, but it'll just be brown now. These, yeah, they can go in here. There's no rolls. As long as it's where I can find it when I need it at the time. These get put away. Easy peasy. That was, I thought about, oh, I got a new pan. That's what that's from, nonstick pan. Even my husband was like, we need a new pan. We can't use this pan anymore. I was like, okay. You know it must be true if you're noticing it. Boy, I'm like right in front of the microphone right now, so I must be like super loud. Anyway, any ideas on what I should do for the next video? I know you want a craft room tour. I'm not ready. I'm far from ready. I need to go through every category again and get rid of more stuff. There's still too much stuff, but I have a path from the stairs all the way to my desk right now, and that's kind of nice. I did not have that a few days ago, but I did the all-day declutter with the Take Your House Back paid course that I'm in, which is Dana K. White, Slob Comes Clean, Cass Arson, who is Clutterbug, and Dawn Madsen, the minimal mom. They put a course together, and it's awesome, and I love it, and it makes me happy. All right, these can go back up on the shelf where they belong. I'm gonna utilize. I have another one of those trays too. All right, so this I need a. Also, this is the random stuff that I was putting to the side. So this may all just kind of go together, and then I have to decide what I want to do with that little bit. Ooh, I ordered another box from Amanda, Your Creative Studio. April's box was an art themed box, and as soon as I get it, I'm going to be showing it to you, and you're all going to get excited and you want to go get it. So you might want to go check it now, and her website is ycvstudio.com. April 2023. It is an art themed box, has stamps and stickers with like paintbrushes and stuff like that, and I'm very excited. All right, I'm not sure what to do with this little book. Oh, I do need to make another one though. That's what I was thinking, like with all these extra bits I could just make one of these again. Got a couple packages going out. Maybe I'll stick it in one of those. I don't know. I might. Whoever that one is, it's going in there. Because I only have so much space. Alright, if you stayed until I was... Oh, I'm going to get an envelope for this. So I'm essentially done cleaning up now. Just going to get a clear envelope to put this in, and then put it in the project box. So my desk is basically cleaned off, for the most part. There's stuff to the side. We won't talk about that. I guess these could go in. I don't have food. Do I have food? I don't think I have food. I'm just gonna put it in with. I have coffee. I'm just gonna put it in with miscellaneous objects. I probably should have a food one. I did at one point. But then most of my food items ended up being coffee, so. Ooh, that doesn't go there. That goes here. Alright. Yep, gonna go get an envelope now. Have a delightful day, guys. Love you. Oops.